Hey guys, so just getting on YouTube to make a little video. I found out I have another subscriber. I was thinking about making a video and was like, what should I study? And the subscriber's name is Joshua, so I was like, how perfect. Joshua, I could read in Joshua today. So that's what I'm doing. A little bit of an overview about the book of Joshua. It was written by Joshua, except for the very last part about his death. That had to be recorded by someone else because obviously he was dead. But he wrote the book of Joshua in 1390 BC. It's the first out of 6 historical books in the Bible, and it comes right after Deuteronomy, which talked all about Moses, because Joshua is Moses' military general and assistant, and his basically took over for him after he died. He was one of the 12 spies. Him and Caleb were the two that gave the correct word about defeating the giants so that they could enter the promised land. But whenever Moses' 12 spies came, all the rest of them had said, no, we can't do this. This is too rough. After all the miracles God did, they decided they couldn't defeat the giants. So obviously Moses and everyone had to wait, and then that generation could not enter into the promised land. So Joshua, when it was his turn to go and conquer the promised land, he was like, we ain't gonna mess this up this time. So he sent 2 spies instead of 12 because only 2 came back with the correct word. And obviously those spies came back and were like, yep, we can take them. And they met a prostitute named Rahab and came up with this whole plan and to take down the city, except for they would save the prostitute Rahab, who was going to help them take down the city in order by helping them. So basically the book, it is a pretty big chapter. It's not the largest out there. It has, I think, 22 chapters, or let me see. Yeah, 24. So 24 chapters in this book. And it's an account of conquering the promised land as well as land allotments. So all of the tribes got different parts of the land, and that's what a big portion of this covers. I think my favorite part in this book is probably God's encouragement to Joshua, and it's a very popular verse written in other parts of the Bible as well. You'll probably know it as soon as I start to read it. But it's over here in chapter 8. And the Lord said unto Joshua, fear not, neither be thou dismayed. Take all the people of war with thee, and arise, go up to Ai. See, I have given into thy hand the king of Ai, and his people, and his city, and his land. Thou shalt do to Ai and her kings as thou didst to Jericho and her king, only the spoil thereof and the cattle thereof shall ye take for a prey unto yourselves. Lay thee an ambush for the city behind it. And my favorite part about that is just like the first verse. And the Lord said unto Joshua, fear not, and neither be thou dismayed. And God tells us multiple times throughout the Bible to fear not and to not be discouraged, not to be dismayed, no matter what happens. And I actually heard before that there's 365 written down in the Bible in different parts about do not fear. And I thought that was kind of cool because it's basically like there's enough in there for every single day. So every day, no matter what your situation is not to fear. Besides that, it's also a really good story about God's faithfulness. And there's a lot in there about his covenant and keeping his covenant with us, and how they had put out stones, 12 stones to remember God's covenant. And I think that's really important for us to do, is to remember the battles that God has got us through, the promises he has given us, and to stay faithful and trust in God. But yeah, just a short video about the very, very brief overview of the book of Joshua. Welcome aboard, Joshua, and I hope you guys are all having a good day. Until next time, bye.